Hi, this is Chris Kane with Knoxville Youth Athletics. I'm here with Bobby Holcomb. We're doing a quick video just to talk about the upcoming summer with summer cross country and the things he might be working on, and also a little recap of what 2020 was, and some of the things we learned and hope to bring forward in 21. So, I want to take time to thank you, Bobby, for meeting with us, meeting with me. Quick question, if you can kind of quickly summarize how 2020 went for you in summer cross country.
Well, the summer cross country program went really well, to be honest. I know about a month and a half, 2 months prior to the program started, we decided to go a week earlier and extended it 3 weeks later to give, and we went to a kind of a more of an online type program. And then when middle of June came around, we were able to meet in person and with 3 sites. And I felt like combining that online with having in person really added a lot of great value and allowed athletes to gain more knowledge in our sport. Coaches had more access to our athletes to be able to train them properly in like proper zones, proper mileage buildup, be able to correspond with athletes a lot better. So there is never anything great about a pandemic. It's a very unfortunate situation, but in our situation, we were able to make something better. Basically our product was much better throughout the summer because of the pandemic. We were able to kind of fine tune a lot of stuff that I think added a lot of great things for our youth athletes that came into the program.
So talk about a couple of those things and notably that you did different than you never did before.
Well, we utilize a system called Final Surge. Final Surge is a online coaching platform where you can actually send a schedule to the athlete through using their app on their phone. Coaches can like interact and give notes on day to day. Your watch can upload to Final Surge, and then coaches can actually look in and and kind of see what they have been doing and kind of make adjustments. And then when they came into the actual season, not only when they were at practice, coaches would see them at practice, but on Tuesdays and Thursdays, days we don't meet, they still had a schedule to go by to be able to execute. And coaches could actually look in and give notes, give pointers, give feedback, and on, what they have done when they have not been in practice. And that I think was a really big thing. This past year, we saw so many athletes really excel in the fall. I know my team, myself, we got second and first in the boys and second at state in both. And we had a lot of our athletes in the program, taking part in the program, but they also were utilizing the Final Surge app. We were being able to correspond with our athletes and see what they were able to do. So just within our team alone, and I saw a lot of middle school athletes that took part in the program that finished all state and finished, top in the area championships and so on, and both the boys and the girls side. And one of the most exciting things about it throughout the entire summer, it's a no pressure situation. It's like you build your base mileage, and we get to kind of guide you through your mileage. We get to guide you through your workouts and fine tune your zones. And you're not peaking for a race. You're just building that foundation for the fall. And at the end of the entire summer program, I thought one of the funnest things I think we've done in the last 7-8 years was we actually put together a club format where one club took on another club. So KYA got to take on another club that was in town. And I think that was a nice little added value to the program also, to be able to kind of help springboard us into the fall.
So it starts June 14th, kind of runs to the end of July for the middle school and high school. Starts June 28th in Maryville and July 12th for all our other sites. So because Maryville start school a little bit earlier. Talk about kind of what you talk about the new site we have set up for this upcoming summer.
We're really excited about Lakeshore Park. I think this is historically, in the past, been an amazing cross-country venue. It's got so much history behind the park anyways. And the city of Knoxville has put on a really wonderful greenway system. You can still actually run on the grass over there. They have plenty of soccer fields and, softball fields and everything over there, an amphitheater. They're going to have, I think they still have the amphitheater and all that, but they got wonderful places over there for you to kind of warm up, do drills and stuff on that drizzly warm morning, instead of having to get wet out in the grass. And it's unlimited amount of mileage you can get out there for a elementary, middle school, and high schooler. And the great thing about Lakeshore, it sits dead smack in the middle of a heavily populated area. It's, in that Bearden area, where a lot of schools sit. And we can't announce just yet. It's a 99%. I got from this gentleman this morning that he's going to be the site director at that site. He's a very highly respected, predominant runner in the area, and a very good, just very knowledgeable in the sport, who's going to be the site director at Lakeshore. So we're excited to have him on board to actually direct that site. But I can't make that announcement just yet, but I will in the coming week or so. But saying all that, we're excited about Lakeshore. We think that might be one of our biggest sites due to the fact where it's at, and how heavily populated our elementary and middle school and high school programs are over in that area. A lot of people live in that general vicinity near Lakeshore Park, so we think it's going to be a good site.
Yeah. And also, and like some of our other sites, I think it gives you like a lot of variation for different workouts. Like, it's a super hilly in parts, but it's also flat in other parts, and you can kind of make some different creative workouts with it. So, I know it's going to be a really big hit with some of the kids that end up going out there. Talk about your change for Maryville too. That's in a different location.
Yes, we're going to be meeting at the Maryville Greenbelt at the amphitheater there. The reason why we wanted to go there is, one, we brought on Coach Alex Morgan. He's going to be the coach over at Heritage Cross Country this fall, and we're excited to have him on board. He's part of the Tennessee Running Club. He's a up and rising, great, phenomenal runner in the actual area. He just got done breaking 16 for a 5K not too long ago, and he's starting to improve his times in all kinds of areas. And he's very motivated, great to run with the athletes that are over there. We're excited to really have him on board, given that he's going to be a head coach at a program, but he's also going to be helping a lot of our elementary, middle school athletes, along with other high school athletes in the area. Great thing about him, he's young, and he'll be able to get out there and log mileage with some of those athletes in that Maryville Greenbelt area. The great thing about our program too, Chris, I kind of want to dive into is, like, when you join our program and you assign yourself to a site, you don't have to actually stay at that site. So if you join the program and you're at the Victor Ashe site that you have put down, you can go to the Farragut Library, or you can go to Victor Ashe Park, you can go to Lakeshore Park, you can go to Maryville Greenbelt. You can change it up because every site director is going to have a master roster. And that's kind of the nice luxury about our program, is you can rotate to other different sites to run with other athletes and get a different scenery as you're building your base program up throughout the entire summer.
Yeah, and I think one of the other nice things about what we discovered in 2020 about doing the virtual guest speakers is that there's not just one site that gets to listen to this particular person. And also, the thing we figured out is that you're not limited by time and space in terms of, like, we can't have someone from Colorado come speak to all these kids because they live in Colorado. So, I'm sure you got some decent feedback last year in terms of being able to implement online guest speakers to all the people in the program at the same time. And I think you also recorded those, right?
Yes. So if you want to kind of go back and look at it, you go to the Knoxville Youth Athletics website and go to their YouTube page, and you can actually see a lot of those people that we spoke with last year during the cross country. We had Olympian, school record holder at UT. We had actually a couple Olympians, if I'm not mistaken. We just had such a great time last year. And having a lot of these guest speakers and giving such great knowledge. And we're going to do that again this year. Every Wednesday will be the speaker of the day. I'll interview them. And what I'll do is I usually will send out a link. I may try to kind of go back into a live format. So that way you can have questions and answers. But what I have found that everybody enjoyed having the recording so they can watch it in their own time. And so we would send it out to everybody and put it on the Knoxville Youth Athletics YouTube channel. And it seemed to have really positive feedback. And we're lining up another 8 or 9 speakers this coming summer. We're going to have a bunch of brand new ones. And like you said, Chris, we're going to be able to kind of pick from anywhere around the country, basically, and to have good meetings, good feedback that's going to kind of relate to not only our sport, but just the quality of life. I mean, giving good feedback on good leadership and how to be a good team player and how to nutrition and great weightlifting exercises. I mean, we've had a broad, amounts of people that came into this program and was able to kind of speak on our Wednesdays that gave wonderful feedback for our athletes.
All right. Well, anything else you want to share?
Well, one of the biggest things is I kind of want to go through real quick with parents. When you're looking into the program, we'll kind of give you a lowdown just real quick. You join the program. We start on that Monday, the 14th of June. And Mondays are usually, I'll kind of give you an overview of what we kind of do. Mondays, we do drills, dynamic flexibility. We do our run that's on the schedule for the day. Afterwards, we teach them how to do strides, post-run stretch. And then we also go through goal setting as we go throughout the summer on Mondays. Wednesdays, we that starts our our workouts. We kind of more build up our athletes and trying to change them into the zones. And on Friday, we also do long runs so we can kind of build their long runs up throughout the entire summer. Long runs are very beneficial to the program. But we have it's broken down from 7:30 to 9. Every athlete is doing something throughout that entire time frame. And so they are active the entire time. They're not just kind of like coming and showing up and hanging out. We're actually building them. We also do lessons of the day. We have wonderful topics that we have to choose from. We talk about, proper running shoes, running logs, goal setting, proper stretching. We'll have a week on nutrition and hydration. We'll have a week on great places to run in Knoxville. And we talk about training philosophies. We actually go over, what kind of philosophies work best for some of the athletes. Every athlete does not just respond great to one training philosophy. There might be a variety of them out there for them to kind of choose from. We go over strength training. And one of the big ones I like to kind of go over, time to time throughout the entire summer, which is mental prep, for races and speed workouts and stuff. The mental part of the sport is so appreciated, I guess you could say. You've got to really kind of touch up on the mental aspect of the sport. And I think that's really important for us to kind of touch up on that throughout the summer before they go into the fall. And we talk about good websites and so on. So we have a lesson of the day or of the week each Monday or Friday. We'll talk about a certain topic and kind of go over it with each of the athletes. And another thing too, every athlete and parent will always receive the training schedule. You get a training schedule for every single day, starting from the 14th all the way until you finish. And it's wonderful because another question that's always going to be asked, well, we're going to go on a 2-week vacation to the Bahamas. Can we still train? And I'm like, yes, you can. You will have a training schedule. Just kind of continue to go by it and, and continue to stay consistent. And the more you are consistent throughout the entire summer, the better off you place in the fall.
Yeah, and you're right. I mean, I saw a bunch of those kids that were doing it, we saw through the summer come into the fall on a crazy year. But, most of them were up near the front. So you're absolutely right. This is a good program, good way for them to, get their base and get started for a good fall this next year. So I want to thank you for taking the time. And we'll get this out to everybody. Make sure they share it and start signing up. Sign-ups already are open, and you can sign up for your elementary or middle school or high school, and choose a site, including that new Lakeshore Park or the new spot to meet in Maryville. So, thank you, and we'll check back in with you soon.
Thanks, Chris.
All right.